Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to do pages 455 through 460 in your math workbooks. Yes, it's going back just a little bit because we're going to talk about problem solving and problem solving by making a table. Before we were using 10 frames to show a group of 10 and some extras, but we're going to use a table to show the same thing. It's kind of a different way to show something that's the same. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at what numbers can make 15. What numbers can make 15? And if you remember, we are looking at making these numbers by using a group of 10 and then some extras. So the way we're going to look at it now is we're going to look at this picture up here. And you have two different color bears. Let's initially, we're going to at first count all of the bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 bears in all, boys and girls. So what I want you to do is I just want you to take your pencil and circle the number 15. Just circle the number 15. Good job. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to break 15 down into two numbers. So how are we going to do that in this picture is we're going to count the different color bears. So the first bear that we're going to count is the red bears. Let's count all the red bears. Now what I want you to do now is I want you to go ahead and mark through the red bears as you count them, making sure that you count each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you count 10 bears, boys and girls? Good job. Go ahead and trace the number 10 underneath the red bear. Now, the next thing we're going to do is count the yellow bears. We're going to count the yellow bears. Remember to mark through them as you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are only 5 yellow bears. So if you remember in the last lesson, we talked about tens and ones. So we have 10, one group of 10, and 5 extras to make 15. Now, boys and girls, all we're going to do in this packet is just to do the same thing. To count the numbers, count the total first, then you're going to break it up by either shape or color, whatever it asks you for, and you are going to be able to make this number using two numbers. One will be a set of 10 and the others will be extras. So let's look at this one, and this is the last one we're going to do together. So if you were to count all of these counters right here, you would have 14 counters. Boys and girls, the first time through, don't mark through them because you're going to confuse yourself when you go back and you count the different colored squares. So if you counted them all and you counted them correctly, you should have 14. Now, the next thing we're going to do is count how many blue squares there are in this paper. Here is where I want you to go ahead and mark through it just to make sure you get the right number counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Boys and girls, did you get 10 blue squares? Good job. All right. Marking through them, remember, shows us that we've counted all of them and we've counted them all only one time. So we counted 10 blue squares. Let's go back and count how many green squares are left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good job, boys and girls. So you had 10 blue squares and 4 green squares, giving you a total of 14 squares. So if you flip through this, you're going to see that all this is you're going to practice doing that same thing by counting objects and figuring out what ways you can make these larger numbers. Boys and girls, you did a great job on this math lesson. Miss Brockman's very proud of you. Have a great weekend.